creating masterboards with my scraps feels like creating order out of chaos. And it feels so good, as if all the pieces from that big pile of mess have finally found their resting place. Hello everyone, it's Dragana at Saacibo. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another episode of Easy Summer Crafting, and today I would like to make a masterboard. I have a lot of scraps from last year when I worked on this journal, and I would really love to put them to good use, and I think it would be fun. I just feel like creating a masterboard. I would also like to use some of the images that I cut out from last video, and today I'm going to upload the last part 5 of the sea and ocean inspired kit that is free for you to download. Just hop onto my website. The link should be up on the screen now. Turn off all the ads, click on the image you want to download and save it on your computer, print it, use it in your journals. Do not provide your details to anyone. There's no need to install anything or make any sort of payment or anything like that. It's totally free. To create masterboards, you need scraps, of course. You need glue, perhaps a brush, depending on what sort of glue you're going to use. And you need a base. I don't think I've ever done a masterboard with the ocean and sea inspired theme. This is going to be the first one. And I thought these two scrapbooking papers would be great to use as a base because I wouldn't have to cover everything. I would leave some of that showing. I think I'm going to go with that one. All of these images from last week's video are ready to be used, and I was thinking of adding them on top. And for the base, I will just go with the regular scraps maybe, and maybe even some of that. And I have this part left, maybe even that, you know. I would save time cutting around it. These are just some strips left over from last year when I was making my sea inspired journal. I was thinking of maybe even making some paper beads, but I think they would be great to use on a masterboard. Got this one, that's a misprint. I don't know how that happened. It just printed the end of the page over here, so I can use that. What do I have here? Oh, I've printed these on the label paper, so I might take a few of these and we'll see how it goes. I might do more than one, depends on how fast the first one happens. I've got some music paper too, that's always handy, and some book pages, some painty papers. I don't know, I'll just be pulling things out randomly, I guess. So I'm going to use Mod Podge. I've got brushes. You can use glue stick. I certainly have used glue stick in the past, but I find that after a while these things start peeling off, so I think I want this to be permanently glued well. If I use a glue like this, it will take longer. When I do this, it usually gets really messy, so I'm just going to use this scrap paper to put it underneath. You know, it's a good idea to actually secure it onto that a little bit, perhaps with some double-sided tape, just in the corners, just a little bit, like so. Going to use this container to pour the glue in. It is kind of thick, but I won't be adding any water. All right, so let's start. I want to add some of that color, and about if I go like this. I'm going to add the glue onto the scrapbooking paper first. I'll just go a little bit over. I'm going to try to use papers that are approximately the same thickness. I'm not going to overthink this. Just to make sure those little corners and edges are nicely covered, and then no air bubbles. Well, this should be fun, just getting rid of all my scraps. Okay, got that one. Little seashells. Just get rid of that white. Just put it there. I'm going to put that one just like that in the middle. Got this hot air balloon. It's actually black and white, and I just done a little bit of coloring with inks. Maybe I'll put it here. If I put that there. I can just peel one of these stickers, just put in random places. I'll just add a little bit of glue. Let's just grab one more. Okay, perhaps that would look nice over that white area. It's this tissue paper that can be used as well. Maybe here for a bit of a texture. Got that. Just thinking if this side would look nicer. Yeah. This is probably a page that didn't make the cut in the channel. Oh, it was too wide, so I had to trim it. Decided to go with a raw edge finish rather than this. Oh, that's an interesting strip. Where can we put that one? I think it would look good here, but I still need to cover that part there. Just cover it with the focal image later on. I'm going to cut this image. When you do masterboards, you actually don't have to go with a big base like I've done here. You can do small masterboards, for example, just do like an envelope or something. If you find this overwhelming, just put this one here. These ones are coffee dyed, I think. Maybe that part there. Let's put it here. I think I'm going to turn it this way. And here. Yeah. I think creating masterboards is a lot of fun. I think that one would look good there. You see, I don't mind if I go over certain pieces. I overlap them. That way I don't really stress out so much about how to place everything. I don't mind the textured part and the fact that they are uneven. I do try to use the same thickness paper, but it's not a rule that is set in stone. Just that little piece, maybe. Yeah, so lots of overlapping in my masterboard. I want something else here. It's a bit plain. Oh, there's this strip cut from coloring book with seashells. And you see how I'm placing things either vertical or horizontal. You don't have to do that. You can place things on an angle or any way you like. It's just whatever you prefer. That there on top, marble paper, leftover piece. I'm going to put it here. Like so. Just cut this straight away. Oh, here. You know, a fun way of looking at a masterboard is imagining it to be like a puzzle game where you fit the pieces together until a picture emerges. I still have a few areas here that I want to cover. It's a dyed envelope. I'll just use that original stamp up to this. Oh, that would be nice there. I'm going to place this little piece What else do I have here? Oh, I'm gonna put that one there. I do have that door. How about there? There's that large blue area I could cover. What else do I have cut out? I wanted to use that one somewhere. Maybe here. But I would put something to cover that white bit. What about... yeah, that would work. Okay, let's do that. It's starting to look okay, I guess. Got more of the flowers cut. I was going to use some here. Just let me check the latest part of this kit. Oh yeah, I think I want to use some of these. After all, I think that's the best solution for that part there. But we're going to use little fish somewhere else. Okay. We're going to use it here. I think it will look good here. And I still have that area that hasn't been resolved. Not that convinced. What about if I cut that ticket? Maybe that would work. I've got a smaller version of this padlock. I should ink around. And now I'm going to put it here. I want to put some flowers here, but that's a bit too big. Oh, this one's smaller, maybe that one. I'll just put that there. And I will cut this bit off. To make it appear as if it's behind that picture. Like so. I think I'm done for this one. Here is my masterboard. I'm back the following day after I recorded the first part. I let it dry and then I flattened it just by placing a cutting mat and some heavy books on top. After I finished filming that part, I continued working. Just felt so inspired to make a few more, and here they are. use that one and this one. So in theme and colors, they're obviously all very similar. And honestly, I can't tell you which one I like best. I like them all. I recorded the video of me making that one without talking. If I have time to edit it, I might do like a short version or no talking version of me creating that masterboard. As you can see, these need to be trimmed just to get rid of this excess. So I'm just doing it from this side, like so. I must say I'm very happy with how it all turned out. I've never used Mod Podge for this before, simply because I didn't have it. So I've been using white glue or varnish. And with Mod Podge, it seems like I got it glued and varnished at the same time. So it saved me some time. Okay, that one is nicely cut. Let's do this one. I was thinking that perhaps in the next video we are going to make some nice things with these masterboards. We're gonna cut them up. Can't wait. I know it's scary. If you get like that, if you create something and you're meant to cut it up but you feel nervous about it, you can always take a photo or scan it in, and that way you can print it and use it in your journals later on and still cut the original, or just cut the scanned version and keep the original, whatever works for you. Okay, maybe they can all fit like this, just like a one large masterboard. Okay, this was a lot of fun and very relaxing. I love creating masterboards. Just being lost in the process is the best feeling. And I really hope you enjoyed watching me, and maybe you got inspired to look through your stash of scraps and maybe use a few images from the freebies to create a unique masterboard. If you don't mind sharing, share it in our Facebook group. I would love to see what you come up with. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I see you soon in the next one. Bye for now.